Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
If the charges stick, what the RCMP has just done may for the first time shed light on how some Canadians are being radicalized. They arrested a 25-year-old from Ottawa named Auso Peshtari. They've been watching him and his circle for a while.
Auso Peshtari provided financial support to facilitate travel to Syria to join ISIS.
CBC has learned Peshtari is the one accused of radicalizing Ottawa's John Maguire. The man who joined ISIS in Syria and Iraq later threatened Canada and is believed to have been killed. Peshtari is thought to have led Maguire to extremist materials, groomed him, then paid for his flight overseas. Peshtari even allegedly bought a ticket for himself, but never properly applied for his passport. So he stayed in Ottawa, radicalizing others, including Kader Khalib, also a friend of Maguire's, who also left to join ISIS last year. Once overseas, both Khalib and Maguire reached back to their tight Ottawa circle, persistently trying to recruit more fighters. Interpol now has red alerts out for Kader Khalib and John Maguire, charged in absentia with terrorism offenses. It's odd, in the case of Maguire, there were social media reports that he died, but without proof, the RCMP is going ahead with charges, and patterns are surely appearing. These men all moved in the same circle as Auso Peshtari, who also happened to be connected with the Larman twins, arrested and charged with terrorism offenses last month, along with Suleiman Mohammed. So that makes 6 men, all from Ottawa, the biggest cluster facing terror charges in Canada right now. Today's arrest and charges mark one of the first attempts to take apart what police acknowledge is an actual ISIS infrastructure in Canada. The suggestion is that Auso Peshtari effectively headed a cell in Ottawa, led a recruitment drive, always looking for the right sort of person, and then making the connections to get that person overseas into the ranks of ISIS.
These charges demonstrate that terrorist entities, such as ISIS, continue to be a direct threat to Canada and to our allies. This group continues to encourage and support terrorist attacks within Canada and abroad.
There's a lot of learning yet to do about how ISIS operates, new tactics, new faces, but curiously, Auso Peshtari is not a new face to police. He was arrested in 2010 as part of Project Samosa, a counter-terror raid disrupting a plot to build IEDs for attacks in Canada. He wasn't charged at that time, but that was then. He's facing deeply serious charges now, and what he may know and say could explain a lot about how ISIS functions in Canada.
Now, it's important to remember that the RCMP stressed that Canada and Canadians were never at risk here. We're not talking about an epidemic of radicalization or extremism. It's a problem, not an epidemic, and you can bet, and we heard him say today, that Peshtari's lawyer is going to mount a very vigorous defense.
You know, you mentioned infrastructure in the body of your piece. Can you expand on that a bit?
I think we're starting to learn that there are pockets of people, maybe only half a dozen strong in each one, operating in various parts of the country. They're not waiting for instructions from someone on high from ISIS. They're making their own calls. They're keeping their own counsel. We're learning that they're moving in fairly sophisticated ways. They're not meeting in cars or homes, anything that looks suspicious. They're meeting right out in the open in food courts and restaurants and malls. That looks quite normal. So deeply sophisticated tactics because it's a deeply sophisticated group.
All right. Adrienne, thanks very much. Adrienne Arsenault.